Hi, a very good evening to all. My name is Harpal. I am the Senior Student Counselor at Advise International. As you all are aware that we at Advise have initiated these live sessions on FB and Insta to keep you well posted with all the upcoming student related updates, the course related updates, all the updates related to COVID as well. And today we have a topic called Health and Science Courses in Australia, which I'm sure the students with health background are pretty much looking forward for this session. So we'll start this session today now, and I would request that all the students who have questions and queries related to the courses as such, I would request you to please keep all your queries or questions for the end, as we'll have a Q&A discussion at the end of this session, sorry. So let's get started with the health and sciences. So studying health and other science related programs has become an extremely popular amongst the study abroad aspirants. The same can be attributed to the fact that the ongoing pandemic as well as the increasing awareness about health individuals has become extremely receptive to the same. Taking the same into consideration, it is natural that those with skill sets in the said area will be in demand. Thus, studying a course in this field also holds immense prominence and significance in the years to come ahead. The primary factor of studying this course is to enhance human health and also promote the efficiency. While the course may be extremely wide in nature, it comprises of aspects of nursing, physiotherapy, nutrition and many more. And the common goal remains to elevate the human life. Now, talking about how going about the choosing a course. So while choosing a course to study in Australia, students would be aware of their interests and inclinations for the future. Since universities in Australia offer a comprehensive list of subject specializations, it becomes extremely critical that students are well aware of what they are precisely looking for. And health and science courses in Australia ensure to provide immense importance to practical work and thus encourage students to participate in field work. Not just this, the well-guided and carefully laid out course curriculum also ensures that students are able to find their bearings in the course. Moreover, the deserving students are given the opportunity to realize their potentials with scholarship avenues that ensures that these candidates do not face any hindrance on their journey to study in Australia. Students are given the opportunity to interact with the patients, which enables them to judge their character in the field. Talking about the upcoming courses, taking into account that technology has increasingly had an impact on every facet of our life, it comes as no surprise that it has also managed to capture the health field. So several upcoming health and science courses in Australia now incorporate components of technology in their course framework to ensure that the students are well versed with the same. Moreover, taking into consideration the global pandemic, several upcoming courses in Australia also tap into the issue of public health and formulates a solution on how to mitigate the same. Talking about the popular health sciences and courses in Australia, much in demand are the dental sciences, the medical radiations, nursing, optical dispensing, pharmacy, psychology, social work, nutrition, sports science, workplace health and safety. What are the kind of support the universities give in terms of the health and science related courses? Well, let me just bring it to your notice. Universities in Australia take a holistic look at health and ensure that it is catered to the all-round development of the student. Not only this, but it also goes one step further to ensure the prevention of the same, thus ensuring that the treatment of the same is easier. The infrastructure provided at these universities is unparalleled to ensure that students get a close as an experience of being in the field itself. Universities in Australia are well equipped with anatomy labs, nursing wards, nuclear medicine workstations and much more. That's the reason Australia has much demand for the health and science, people coming in for the health and science related streams, because they are really in need of health workers in Australia. Talking about the future prospects, there is a growing demand for these professionals in Australia and thus it offers a wide range of opportunities to students. Furthermore, the same is projected to increase over the years which is definitely going to be a very a good choice for students who are into the health industry to look Australia as an option for health industry related courses. The strong industry links that the universities in Australia possess ensures that students are able to realize their potentials across the globe. These programs are developed in discussion with practicing professionals. In some cases, many other industry placements like student clinics and work experience in Australia and overseas too. It helps students to really understand as to how you can really work in Australia and how you can really enhance the practical knowledge or implement the practical knowledge that you gain from these studies that you take at the real work world in the health industry. Also, for nurses, it has a very good demand. So, students who are really looking for nursing related courses, it's really a very good opportunity that you look in. With the current pandemic situation, the demand for the health industry is really big and wide, and people with health industry will really have a very good chance to stand out of the box to really see as to how and what it can offer for your future. So talking about the current COVID situations, seems that the universities are yet taking studies online, and we really say that the students who are into the you're looking to study further in these upcoming intakes should look in for taking up studies online, because it anyway saves your money and time, because you are not going to put your money in your ticketing as well as your living expenses. We can save the money. And talking about the questions that you have, we can just have a quick question and answer round with all the students here. So I welcome all to have a quick question and answer session here. So I see lots and lots questions coming up. Let me just have a look as to what is being asked. No questions as such. Well, just a quick one for everyone, that students with a dentistry background, particularly for dentistry, or people who are really looking to work into the clinical industry, let me make it very clear for everyone that anyone who's from a nursing background, or say anyone from a dentistry background, really can't get into the clinical immediately until and unless you don't have the licensing of that particular country, because you really can't touch or treat a patient until and unless you don't have a licensing. So it's very essential that instead of getting into a clinical directly, we say when you want to enter a country, particularly Australia we're talking about, you need to, or you can move via the public health. That's one option. Or you can get into the health and human services course, health administration, healthcare management. These gives you an advanced understanding of how the management part other than the clinical looks into the health industry. That does not definitely give you the right to touch or treat a patient, but yes, while you're in the country, because licensing is a very short term preparation part, which students will may finish in few weeks, for which I don't know, if I'm not sure if the Visa High Commission would grant visa for such a small duration. So we say normally take a 2 years course, maybe into the public health or health sciences, and enter the country. And while you are studying, you can simultaneously apply for your licensing as well. That would give you the right to work as a clinical healthcare person, and also makes you efficient enough to work in a government sector when you are in Australia. Yeah, questions please. I don't see any questions. Seems that we don't have students related to maybe health sciences. So fine, just a second, hold on. So I don't see questions coming up for health industry. Okay, also for students who are maybe somebody who's into sports, like what you say, people who working at gym, or people who may be working into the nutrition side, can look in for sports management course as well. Sports management does, because Australia being a very sports centric country, it does give you an understanding of how you can look into the other side, that's the administration side of the sports management part, and it does give you more practical understanding of how you can take it further in terms of the in terms of future prospects when you look, because there are lots and lots of sports events that takes place. So if someone who's looking into the sports management, it will give you a fair understanding about the management side of the sports events industry. Questions, please. Or maybe I'm that clear that there are no questions I see as such. Okay, no questions, no questions. Okay, so we'll just wait a few minutes and see if I get a question pop up, or we may quickly wind up. So what I can say is Advise is providing very much. We all are operational. Advise is all offices are now operational, and we request that if anyone who's really looking forward to study would want to go and study in Australia or UK or any other country, that we can cater, and you can come and meet up in person if you wish to, and otherwise we are providing virtual counselings as such, so you can look into that as well. And on Monday we do have a webinar, that is a live presentation on health and science related courses. So any students who are looking to meet up or talk to the universities can definitely go on to Advise page, and you can get information there and register yourself so that you can be able to look at courses related to the same and talk to the university representative as such. Okay, so Vinesh Radhakrishnan has a course. Ma'am, what about MBA? Okay, definitely one thing, Vinesh, well, this event is all related to health and science, but since I'm a Australia counsellor, I would guide you onto that. MBA typically is a management degree, but if you are looking for a freshers MBA, there are few universities, they do provide an MBA. Otherwise, if you're holding a good experience, we'll add on to get into universities which needs an experience for, because there's a normal MBA, there is an MBA which is an executive MBA, which you can look into in case if you wish to go and study an MBA in Australia. And GMAT is not a requirement for some universities, and some may, because the highly ranked ones would want you to, but otherwise no requirement for a GMAT. Yes, you will have to take up an IELTS, which is an English language test, to prove you're competent enough in English. So yes, MBA is a possibility, but I'll also have to check on to what background you're holding and how we can, because any background that is a tech, science, whatever background can end up in an MBA. Yeah. Questions? No questions? No questions, and I see everyone waving off. Hitesh says, I have completed my GRE and TOEFL, looking for fall 2021 for MS in Civil Engineering. Hitesh, really welcome to the Advise family, and I really appreciate that you've already completed the required entry requirement courses that are required for US. You're done with your GRE, and fall 21, this is the right time to start the applications. What I can say is, Hitesh, I don't know which city you're from, so just go to the Advise page and see as to which all locations we have offices, and if you have one close by to your place, then I would say contact our counselor. A US counselor would be in a position to take it further for you. Yeah. Sukesh has asked how much cost it will be for doing MS in US for 2 years. Unfortunately, Sukesh, I'm not the US counselor, but all I can say to you is that please go to the Advise page. We have a very beautiful web page, and go there, check in for the location. I don't know which location you're from, so please look in for the location and try contacting Advise, the nearest branch that is to your city, and you can take a virtual counseling as well. And if you want us to give you a counselor, I would request you to leave your contact number here in the chat box, and so that we can make one of our US counselors to get in touch with you, and we can take it further from there. Questions. So Hitesh, you're from Bangalore. Great. We have a branch in Bangalore, and I would request you to go on to our webpage. You will get the Bangalore address and contact number there, and the Bangalore counselor. Thank you, Hitesh, for your contact number. Definitely, I'll do one thing is I'll make my my Bangalore counselor to get back to you on your maybe WhatsApp or call to discuss further for your admissions for US. Thank you so much. Questions. No more questions? Thank you so much, Hitesh. Okay, so any idea when the borders might open for Australia? Veshish, as in we have clearly told that Advise is keeping you well posted with all the recent updates that we get with regards to the borders opening, or maybe to the travel part, or to the university admissions, or the COVID related. Everything's there, and we really will keep you well posted. As of now, there's nothing has concrete come from the government or the embassy as such. But as and when we get, and hopefully we're looking forward by December, things should be clear, and then you will be in a position to travel in case if you have started your process for Australia. Questions. Ekni has asked me, does Canada have master's degree as such? If yes, what is the criteria for admission? Ekni, yes, pretty much universities in Canada have master's courses, and you will need to have a 65-70% and above in your bachelor's degree to qualify. Most universities accept 16 years of education, that is 12 plus the degree has to be 4 years, and if you fit into the criteria of that, pretty much yes, you can contact, and the counselor would take it further for you. Some universities, very rare, would accept a 15, but very less, and that way I would recommend and suggest you to please talk to one of our counselors. Go to the Advise webpage and see. You will get the address of the nearest location, or you can leave your contact number here and we can get a counselor to take it further for you. Thank you, Ekni. Okay, so you've asked me, there's someone, Nick has asked me, you have a listening age 8.5, can this be fine to admissions in Australia? Yes, pretty much. Overall has to be a 6.5, individual score, that is reading, writing, speaking, listening, has to be 6, and your score looks pretty good and you pretty much qualify. And I'll also have to see as to how strong academics you hold, because that's the main criteria most of the universities would look at. Yes, Nick, you pretty much qualify with this to apply to the universities. Questions, please. Yes, Ekni, we can definitely look into that. Also, I'll do one thing is I can get one of my counselors to also get in touch with you. There are very few who would accept with a 3 years degree, but we can look into as to what you are planning to study, and what is your percentile in your bachelor's degree. So based on that, we can definitely. Hello Rutvik, you are my student. This is Rutvik Gadgil, and you can get in touch with me. You have my contact number. I couldn't give IELTS now. Yes, the IELTS paper-based have started, Rutvik, so you can give in. Paper-based IELTS are pretty much, yes, active now, and you can give in your IELTS score as well. Yes, the centers are open, Rutvik, and you can book up a test date soon. Yes, Nick, welcome. Questions, please. Any more questions for me? More questions for me? If no questions, all I can say is please go to the Advise webpage, look for the all upcoming webinars that we have, and that way we can take it further. So 8882 Tucker has asked me, ma'am, I have NEOS mark sheets of 12th, and after that I completed my diploma in computers, so I give my exam, and 6th band, is it possible for Canada? Yes, we can try with a 6 if you're looking for an undergrad degree, but if it's for higher degrees, then you need a 6.5. Yes, with a 6 band, but we'll also have to see individual what's your score in each band. Yeah. Prajakta, a similar question was being asked by other student. Have any idea on to when the borders might open? Hopefully, we are looking forward by December. Things should look more clear, but as of now, there's no update from the government, and for any country there's no update yet as such, but soon though we are looking forward, we're hoping the borders are going to open soon and travel restrictions won't be taken off, and you will be in a position to travel. But definitely as and when update, because we pretty much get the updates very early, and as and when we get an update, definitely you will get an update from us. Yeah. Questions? I don't see any more questions coming in, so I think we will wind up for the day. And if you have any questions, you really wish to join, and talk for virtual counseling, take a virtual counseling, please go to the Advice webpage, and you can also look for the upcoming webinars and register yourself accordingly. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye.